Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I'm just sitting here doing a little bit more of this cardigan. I have been out this morning since 9 o'clock until 12 o'clock and I am pigging sick, and that's putting it politely. I thought I've been to any wool shop that I know of. You know, like when you order wool online, you have to buy a lot of it, you know, probably more than you might need to get the postage free. So I thought I'll have a look. We've got Hobbycraft. I've had a look at Hobbycraft and any other place I could think of. But I went out first with a parcel that I had to post for some things I sold off my Etsy shop yesterday. And I've wrapped them up and sent them off. And there was actually 3 of my little cardigans and a set of coasters I had done, some white coasters. Now I was wanting to look for some wool to do coasters, but I was looking for cotton because I was intending to do some, you know, these ones. These are, I think you call them the poinsettia, the Christmas ones. And I thought, well, I want cotton because I've done a lot of them in acrylic and most of them are okay, but I did have one, I think it was quite a fine acrylic, and when I put the hot cup on it, the hot cup stuck to the coaster. Didn't melt it or anything, it just stuck to it a bit. You know, the heat must have made it stick to the cup. So I thought cotton would be better. Most of the acrylic ones I've done have been very good. The white ones were good. They were Peyton's wool, and that is quite good for the coasters. It's quite thick and that. But I thought I'd rather have some cotton until I went into Hobbycraft. And I seen the prices of the cotton in there, and there's no way was I buying any cotton from there. I think they had some little 50-gram balls, which were Peyton's. It was a mercerized cotton, I think it was. And it was nearly £6 for a little 50-gram ball. And I've looked, well, on the Etsy shop and a lot of other places, and I can see now why people that do make these coasters in cotton charge so much for them, because of what they paid for the cotton. But I'm a meanie, there's no way I'd pay that for cotton. I can get some 100-gram balls of mercerized cotton from Mariners, which is very nice. It's only £2.50, but they don't have many colours. The only colours I can get is the white. They don't have any of the red or the green, the other colours that I want. And I do have to get some cotton for the poncho that I'm going to do for Daggery, which I'll probably get from Mariners because they are about the best price, and they have a few. They don't have a large selection of colours, but the colours I'm going to pick, because the pattern I've got for Daggery's poncho, I'm going to have to put 2 balls together to thicken it for the pattern, because it's not double knitting. But searching around, I took the parcel to the post office, and I also had a cheque, which I've been paid recently by cheque from someone. And my bank is a long travel to Newcastle, but our local post office used to put it in an envelope and put the you know, the sort code in your bank account number on, and just take it into the post office, and they would stamp it and give you the thing. And the bank must have picked things like that up from the post office. It's a long, very long time since I've ever had a cheque. Of course, I put it in the envelope and take it to the post office. Oh, we don't do them anymore. Well, what am I supposed to do with it? Well, you probably have to take it to the bank. He says there's a lot of the little post offices around here. He says don't do that anymore. He says it's not worth. There mustn't be enough checks and that going in now. It's not worth the trouble now. Like, I thought, oh God, I says I don't want to have to travel all the way to Newcastle just to put a cheque into the bank. And I thought, well, maybe I could have posted it to them, but I thought, while I'm out, I was looking around the shops for wool and that, and I thought, so I'd find some post offices trying to A lot of them have been shut down. There was a one in a local place beside me, Killingworth. I went up there. Went up there to look for wool as well, but that post office wasn't there anymore. And then I came back down again. I'm thinking, where else can I go? And I thought, oh, there's a little one in New York. That's a little village just up from the next village up from where I live. I live in Backworth, and there's Shire Moor, and then there's New York. I thought, oh, well, I used to live in New York, so I know there used to be a little post office there. I wonder if that's still there. So I travelled there. I was lucky they did still take them, so at least I know where I can take my checks to if I get any now. And I am waiting for a check coming from my television licence. You know, for the last few years, I was left some money a few years ago, and it took me out of any help I used to get, because I used to get a bit of pension credit and some other things, and I used to get my rent paid, and I used to get my council tax paid. Well, when I got left this little bit money, it took me out of that benefit, and I've had to pay my rent and my council tax out of this money that I was left, because it's in the bank and too much money for to get this help sort of. Well, just recently I applied for the pension credit because my money was going down, because I've paid for about the last about 4 years or 5 years. I think I've been paying rent and council tax, and it came down just a little bit, enough for me to get a bit guaranteed pension credit, which means I can now get my television licence paid for me. I don't have to pay it anymore. Only I didn't realise this because I was 75 in April, and that's, you have to be 75 to get your free TV licence. And they took the money out of my bank account, and you'd think they know when you're 75 and they know how much money you get. The government knows how much money you get. But anyway, I had to apply for this pension credit before I could get this, knew that I was getting the guaranteed. It has to be the guaranteed partly. And so they sent me a letter saying that I was entitled to a free television licence, and they would be sending me a cheque. I thought, why send a cheque? Can you not just you took it out of my bank, can you not just put it back in again? I'm afraid I'm on another little rant here. In my post, I've had this cheque. I was paid by cheque off a girl for something I did for her. And I've been waiting for this cheque coming from my TV licensing. And I thought, I'm going to put these two cheques in the envelope together, but there's been no sign of this cheque now, and they said it might take away, so I thought I better put the other cheque into the bank and just hang on and wait for when this other cheque comes for that I'm supposed to be getting back for my TV licence. So that's that little rant over. And while I was looking in Hobbycraft, I was looking at all the other prices of all the other wools, and it's just disgusting. I'm just going to keep looking online, and I did go into the range. They do sell cotton, and I think it was $1.99 for I think it was 100-gram ball, but it was very, what I call, crappy looking. I didn't like the look of it. It wasn't mercerized. It was just like what I'd call craft cotton for doing dishcloths and things like that. That's the type I would say it was. It had a lot of colours, but didn't have any of the colours that I wanted. So that was a wasted trip as well. So anyway, I've come back and I'm going to do a little bit knitting. I'm going to make a little bit of lunch for myself. And I'm doing a little bit knitting, and I've already crossed that cable over. Good job I noticed there, because I'm busy talking, you see. And I'll be going out to my bingo tonight. And I just hope that I'm going to leave a little bit later and hope that the traffic's calmed down, because last week when I was driving it was dark. I left home about 6:20, I think. That'll give me about half an hour. I'm going to pick my friend up about 6:50. And it was quite dark then. And the headlights off the cars, it was just terrible. I couldn't even see the road half of the time for the lights on the headlamps on the cars, they were like torches shining up into the sky, and there was like sparklers around the headlights. I'm sure my eyesight wasn't as bad as that last year, but I'm going to give my windscreen a good wash inside and outside. I don't know whether that had anything to do with it, but if this thing is going to carry on like that with the lights off the oncoming traffic and all that, I think I'll not be going out to this bingo thing of it until the light and night start coming back again. It's okay when I'm coming home because there's only an odd one or two cars that I actually see when I'm coming home, but when I'm going there, it was just terrible. And my friend, I say to my friend, I don't think I can keep on driving this in the dark. I says, my eyesight's just not where it was. Oh, you're all right, man. She said, you're all right. I says, all right for you. You're not driving. I says, shut up, because she talks a lot when I'm driving as well, But anyway, doing a little bit knitting to do a bit more of Daggery's cardigan. And I'm going to have a look on Mariner's site, and I'm going to order the cotton that I need for the poncho, because it'll probably take me about another couple of weeks to finish this. I would imagine the speed I'm going at the moment. I've only got to finish this side, and I've got the 2 sleeves to do, and there's no bands to do on it because the band is already part of the knitting. What I'm doing here, this is folded in like that and stitched down on the inside, so the band is part of what I'm knitting. There's only a little bit I have to do across the back of the neck when I finish it, and then it'll just be the sewing up. And then I can maybe have a look and get a few more things knitted for my Etsy shop, seeing as my stock's gone down since I've sold some of the stuff on it. I was happy to put the stock up, but I wasn't happy when it come down again, because it means the shop's getting empty. But never mind. Thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all again sometime. So bye for now.